Hello everyone, Charles Moon with Prosper Trading Academy. I run the penny and cannabis trading room and wanted to point out a few names that really showed up on the radar today. PIXY and NSPR were some movers pre-market, led to some great opportunities. You can see that NSPR is actually trading at 264 at the moment, got the highs of 319, and of course PIXY went up to 356 and is currently at 313. We were able to take advantage of two of the simple moves here, and this is our outcome earlier today. And what we saw was really just very aggressive buying at the open, and that's kind of what I wanted to point out is that if you're not prepared at the open for some of these names, the moves could be made within the first 10 minutes and that's it. Some of these names may remain dormant and then make the move later on. A lot of it happens to take place somewhere around the Chicago lunch hour just after. But for the most part, we're seeing these moves do take place early in the day. So it's something to be aware of. Whether you have a scanner, you have some sort of alert, just kind of keep an eye on the pre-market gappers, and if they have early buy volume, especially if they start selling off into the open, those short sellers could get squeezed out and the buyers that come in could really overwhelm, and then of course it leads to high percentage moves taking place, and that's all we want is just high percentage movements. When we talk about cannabis names, we're seeing the buy volume really start steadily building here. I want to point out TWMJF, which is right here. I'll actually make it a little bit bigger. What's really most notable is the hourly trend line, but it's just where it gapped open and it's just finding that support, and they just keep making these higher highs. As you can see, the channel's ascending. Now TWMJF, the high print is 27, so that's going to be something to be very vigilant of. You do not want to see this name get below 25.50 because it could really fall out. This was a name that we took on a swing play here at the 25.32, so we're up, not up a great amount, but up nonetheless, and the stop has been trailing up as we always look to take risk off in some form or fashion. I really love the sector and opportunity. I'm starting to see people position themselves, and most notably, I'm really starting to see people really bring in money into these names. And when we start seeing inflow and then the movement, I mean, obviously you could tie yourself with other names like, A, B, C, F, F, and MJ, and of course CRON. They've all kind of pulled up. I'll pull up CRON here. Not everything has moved sympathetically. I just feel that TWMJF has been the strongest out of all of them, and we could clearly see it as we've seen some residual weakness in these other names. And again, that's really what stood out to me was the inflow in this name. Now, again, I like the entire sector, where I guess we're seeing some more risk off in the other names. For me, I've been focusing solely on this because of the very active buying, and it's been swinging for sure, but the swinging has been condensed in the upper portion of its range, and anytime they've dropped out of that upper portion, they've immediately rallied back. So there seems to be somewhat of a high demand. If we could close above 27 and find that immediate support, when I talked about this about a week or week and a half ago, I said theoretically we could see 28 to 30s very quickly if we get above this 26.72 and close. I'm sorry, 26.20, and we close above that level, and that's kind of what we're seeing at this moment. So hopefully there's some more upside. Clearly we're not seeing the euphoric buying that we've seen here, but we're seeing the build take place, and we're seeing support come in. And anytime I see both the top and the bottom of the channel start ascending together, it's just screaming higher highs and higher lows, which is always a good sign when you're on the buy side. So some names to watch, at least for today and going forward here. PIXY, which is a crypto name or a blockchain play. NSPR, it's more about cumulative volume and opportunity. And short term, I like where this potential could be. When you look at it, the 3 minute and where it was yesterday, trading at the 2s, and we're hitting the 3s, I don't expect those total gains. But if we see active pre-market participation tomorrow, I would definitely keep this on my radar to the upside. That's going to be it for today, folks. I appreciate you spending some time with us. Again, if you have any interest, please join us, prospertrading.com. Spend a little bit of time in the room, see what we're about, and see what we have to offer, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.